So this is a Rogue One review. I'm gonna start off no spoilers for a second because that's the thing to do when you do reviews is you give a little no spoiler stuff. But I mean I can't help myself, so I'm gonna give spoilers too. Um, so I definitely liked the movie. I think my rating would be like I don't know 7.5 out of 10. I definitely liked the movie. I liked it better than Force Awakens. It it really the things I liked about it really fits in well into like the Star Wars universe, right? Because one of the things that Force Awakens didn't do well is it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like as far as as episode 7, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Rogue One really fits in perfectly into episode 3.5. It fits in, makes perfect sense. It really like retro whatever is it. It does a great job of that. Things that were cool about the movie. The best part of the movie was like the third act. But I'm not gonna get too into that because it's kind of spoiler territory. I will say this, like the fan service in this is pretty limited, and when it happens, it's pretty cool. But it's not a fan service fest like The Force Awakens was. So I like that. I definitely think Force Awakens went overboard with bringing everyone back, which I didn't mind bringing everyone back, but just doing this, having the same plot as New Hope. So I definitely, this was like a new idea. That's what I liked about this. It was a new idea. It was executed really well, and it was executed pretty solidly, and it was like they took a chance. They wanted to do their own thing, so I like that about it. The characters. So one of the reviews I had like this shit on all the characters. He's like they all suck, but I didn't think I thought like the main character is a little weak. Was the only one like even the co-main character, the guy. I thought he was good. Like he was solid. He really understood where he's coming from. He works for the Alliance, and he wants to do the right thing too. He's fighting for the right ideas. So I thought he was good, and the side characters, they were pretty fun. The Chinese guy was fun. The other Chinese guy was fun. The robot was fun. So I like them. I thought the one character that really sucked was Forrest Whitaker. Like, he isn't in the movie that much, but the entire first act revolves around him. And I don't know. I'll get into more into him in a second, but I shouldn't give away that much. I thought. I guess I can say that the first act of the movie is kind of uneven. Like I liked it, but I guess Rogue One has like these books, and it seems like a lot of what the first act is paying off the books. So if like for someone like me who hasn't read the books, I'm not getting paid off. So it's kind of an interesting choice to make, to pay off a book, and who's gonna read a book? What did Danny DeVito say in Madeline? Who reads a book, man? So that was what I was gonna say. And what else? Is there anything else? The villain's okay. I saw some people were like, "Oh my god, it's the greatest villain ever." I didn't quite think that, but he was passable. I don't know. That's about it. Let's get into spoilers. So definitely go watch it. 7.5 out of 10. Spoiler town, yo. So like, what I didn't like about the first act was, like I said, Forrest Whitaker's character. It seems like he was paying off. They were paying off the book with it. Like, I bet the book was all about Forrest Whitaker and the main girl, battling whatever in his clan. I bet that's what the book was about, and we don't know we don't care what they said. Oh, I haven't seen you in whatever years. So great to so this is so such a sad moment. Like we as the audience don't really feel anything for that scene. So also he's like how Forrest Whitaker doesn't have a ton of scenes. He's not in the movie a lot, but he's shown sometimes like you think he's gonna be important throughout the movie, but then he dies. And obviously he's not in the movie after he dies. And it's like, well, why did you guys like spend all that time hyping him up if he's like barely going to be in the movie? So I didn't really like. I thought the first act was just kind of weird. Also, like how they first go on the mission together. The alliance decides that Jay and her co-main character have to go on this mission to find her father, and of course they tell the other guy that he needs to kill her. They tell Jay to save her. But it's not... Why did they all of a sudden decide that they needed to kill her father? I mean, I get that he's a really good engineer, but I just didn't get why they thought this was a great idea. Like, or the urgency that they needed to send his daughter to do it. Like, I didn't really get the plan. And yeah, so I didn't like that at all, the first act. And like, alright, so they wanted this thing about Jay being a reluctant hero. Or Jason, whatever her name is. And she's like the most reluctant hero that's ever a reluctant hero. So she was captured by the Empire, and then she gets... The Empire ship gets, taken down by the Rebel Alliance, and they free her, and she immediately tries to battle the Rebel Alliance, but they catch her anyway. And then they convince her to go on this... They force her to go on this mission. And it just seems like I didn't really get, like... And plus, like, her backstory, that she was the son of the architect, and the architect escaped the Empire, but then he went back to the Empire by force, but then he had abandoned her, and she was raised by Forrest Whitaker for 16 years, and then she was abandoned by him, and then she did something else until the movie starts. So I think they kind of overdid it. Like there's like too much to this character, and so much of it happens off screen. So and we didn't really get to see it. Like to us, he's just the main character. So that was just kind of distracting that there was like so much stuff with her that happens off screen. I'm not too interested in it, but I don't know, like maybe they should have started, like they couldn't have made it like so convoluted and started the movie, without like all this bullshit, and just started like on their mission and have it be a more clear mission. I would have like enjoyed that. So the other part of the first act is, alright, so they get in this fight and the two Chinese guys help them. And then from then on, they're just like on their team. And it's never really explained that, oh yeah, now they joined the alliance. Like, I think we need one more scene where they decide, yeah, we're gonna go fight with you guys forever. Best friends forever, y'all. I think we need one more scene with them. Decided that. What else about the first act? That's about it. Like I said, like the characters excel. Like the robot was probably at its funniest in the first act. The second act's okay. They like go to this. It's a little tropey. They go to this planet and Galen dies, Jae-so's father. So that was cool. But they have probably like their best scene. Like the other guy's like, she's like to the guy, you had this mission and you followed the mission. And he's like, no, well, I didn't shoot him, did I, honey? So that was a cool scene. But then finally we get to the big climactic third act. And it's kind of like mixed my feelings about the big third act. Like, because the thing that's weird about I didn't like about it is it does go on for a long time, and but the action keeps on coming. I would say it's not that easy to follow what everyone's doing, but it's not like some movies where it's just like, you know, spaceships going everywhere. Like, I did feel sometimes that I didn't quite get what was going on, but for the most part, I was following it. The only thing that's really complicated about it is it's like 6 main characters, right? And the Rebel Alliance. So they wanted everyone to be able to do something and be a hero during this battle. So the 2 main characters, they have to go get the plans for the Death Star. But so they call this, but they figured out that they have to send them to the Alliance by radio or whatever. But so they have to get this one guy to press a button so they can send it by radio. But that guy's button doesn't work unless someone else presses a button so that guy's button works. So 2 guys need to press buttons now for them to send the plans to the Death Star, you know, to the ship upstairs. So that's like 3 guys. And then, in order for the ship upstairs to get it, they have to break the people upstairs, the people in space, they have to blow up the shield. So like 4 different things have to happen in the final act for them to succeed. And it just makes it like, it's almost overwhelming. Like, all right, they have to do this, they have to do this. And it's almost overwhelming, all the stuff that's going on in the 3rd act. Like, I kind of enjoyed it. It was kind of long, but they kind of pulled it off. Honestly, what makes the whole movie is that Vader scene at the end, where Vader just comes in there, and he's awesome. So that was definitely the scene that made the movie for me, the Vader scene at the end. And that kind of concludes my review. Like I said, 7.5 out of 10. Rogue One, Star Wars. It was pretty good, y'all. Better than The Force Awakens. There wasn't as much fan service as The Force Awakens, which I appreciated. Like, you could say the Vader scene is fan service, but it wasn't like, you know, Force Awakens where it's the plot of the New Hope and, you know, everyone's showing up, you know, Admiral Akbar shows up and stuff. It wasn't, the fan service wasn't near the level of The Force Awakens. I kind of liked it better than Force Awakens because of that. Although, you know, The Force Awakens does have more to deal with, so it's like a bigger story. This story, I mean, I guess it's a little smaller. You know, it was cool that they actually killed everyone at the end, so that was good. Like, I thought they were going to kill people at the end, but they actually did it. That was pretty cool. So that was cool about it. Like I said, 7.5 out of 10. Rogue One was great.